Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a player ID because I got a comment about it and I think it's a really good feature for if you're trying to make any permanent accounts on the game, because without a multiplayer system you can't label certain accounts or people who played your game with certain usernames and things like that, but the player ID can do just that. So to start off, we're going to create a text and then we're going to put down the text actor, and we're just going to make it ID for now. We're going to change it just in a bit. So this is going to be showing our ID. So we're going to have to make some variables now and a ticker. So first we're going to make two variables. We're going to first make player ID, and this is just going to be where the player ID number is stored. On this variable, you're going to make it persistent, so it's specific to every single player, and it says when they reset the deck or leave or whatever. Then we're going to make a ID claim, and this just checks if the player has already claimed the ID, so it won't refresh the ID every single time they reload the deck. Then under here you see tickers. We're gonna make a ticker now, and what a ticker does is for every player it has the same variable that updates slowly. But what we can do here is, because we can track how much people go onto the game, we can actually modify the player ID to match how many people logged in and what place they are in the login. So for the player ID, it's just going to track, are you the first player to play the game, or are you the 2003rd player to play the game? And then your ID will be correlated with that. So we'll make the ticker and we're gonna call it ID maker. And these names don't matter much, but it just makes it a little bit easier to understand. And the ID maker is just gonna plus your player ID by 1. So let's actually make the system work now. And we made the variables now, so we can change this ID here. We can make it $symbol. That's just to say variables on a text. We're gonna say $symbol. Then we want this to show our player ID, so we're just gonna say player ID the exact same way as you set it there, and it should show 0 now. So on this now, we're gonna go in the logic. We're gonna say when this is created, and we're gonna make our if condition. And for the if condition, we're gonna first check if the player got the ID or not. So we're gonna say here if variable meets a condition, and we're gonna go to the deck variable and say the ID claim. If it equals to 0, then we're gonna follow through with all this. Then we're gonna say under that, modify the value of a variable, because if the person didn't claim their ID now we're gonna make the ID. So we're gonna say modify the variable, and we're gonna modify the variable of ID. Then we're gonna press on this icon over here, and then we're gonna make it, if you scroll down here, we're gonna say add, because we're just gonna add the things together to make the ID. Then we're gonna press the icon again, and then we're gonna say, and then we're gonna press on this icon again, and we're gonna say add again. So now what we're gonna do is gonna add 1 to the ticker to modify the play ID. So we're gonna just click on the icon again. Then we're gonna say the value of a ticker, and the ticker is ID maker that we made. It's gonna be added by the bottom variable. Well, we're gonna make it just 1. Then we can press down here. Then we have another add that we made, and this we're just gonna add with the player ID, what is gonna be 0. So make value of a variable, then deck, then player ID. We do this because if the player ID initial is 1, it will scale towards that. Then we press down here and then down here. After that, now we want to scale the ticker to increase permanently by 1, because a player ID has been made. So we're going to press on the add response at the bottom. We're going to say modify the value of a ticker, and we're going to click on the ticker ID maker, and by adding 1. So it's going to add 1 to the ticker, and once we done that, we've basically made everything what it had to do with the player ID. So now we're going to make it so this user doesn't lose their player ID. So we're going to say modify variable, and we're going to choose the ID claim, and we're going to make it 1. So the if variable now works. When this is created, the if variable won't let the ID reset because it's already modified to 1. So once we test this out, it'll make it 1, meaning this is the first player who used the system or made the game or whatever you want to use it for. So that's a tutorial how to make an ID system. Pretty simple. More tutorials and things coming out soon. Working on a certain thing on my game right now. So see you guys next time, and bye bye.